see Guerrier, Pharrell Payne to jump it up, and Minnesota controls, and here we go.
Yeah, one of the younger players in the Big Ten that I've become very impressed with is this young man with the basketball, Pharrell Payne.
Working against Coleman Hawkins right out of the gate. A little bobble, but Payne stays with it. Can't get it to go, and Shannon the board.
Good job by Coleman holding his ground and forcing a miss.
Marcus Domask honored before the game. Got a 2,000-point ball. Not a lot of those handed out as Coleman Hawkins picking it right up as he hits the deep three.
I mean, if he's shooting that NBA range three like a free throw that time, that's going to really put a lot of pressure on the front line of the Gophers.
He's up to almost 40% from three-point range. He started the year 2 of 14 trying to answer, and the answer is there for Dawson Garcia.
Man, I expect Garcia to be aggressive and look for his shot often. One of the better scorers in the conference in a really tough matchup.
Saddled with some foul trouble Sunday in Lincoln, and that really kind of hampered him in that loss to the Huskers.
Yeah, they got embarrassed. Lowest point total, lowest field goal percentage against Nebraska. Believe that they will have a better showing tonight.
On the baseline, Rogers has to skip it out. Hawkins with the shot fake. Now the three off the front of the rim. Long rebound and out of bounds. Domask stepping out. Hawkins closing in on the Minnesota season record in assists. Marcus Carr said it just a few years ago. I'm not sure he thought it'd be already gone by this year.
Yeah, I didn't expect it.
Garcia working inside against Guerrier.
Garcia wants to foul, but there was none to be had there. Good step through, strong move to the hole. It's going to be a tough matchup one-on-one for Guerrier.
Hawkins again, 2 for 3 from 3. Uh-oh.
Tell you what.
If you're Minnesota.
Yeah. Because he's either going to bring Payne or Garcia out so far that they're not going to be able to get back defensively.
February, we'll be talking about Minnesota and the tournament.
Yeah, and Ben Johnson wouldn't be one of them either. I think he'd be just as surprised as most of us are.
Marcus Domask and the travel.
Yeah, forcing that turnover on Domask. You don't see Marcus turn it over that often.
To shoot for Payne. Trying to muscle Coleman Hawkins, and Payne just strong to the rim.
And that's tough. I mean, if there's not going to be a double team coming, Payne did the right thing. Take your time, gather yourself before going up.
That patience is one area we've seen him grow, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's fun to see because he's starting to figure it out. Things are slowing down for him. Oh, my goodness.
Well, Coleman Hawkins is showing off the entire repertoire in the first 3 minutes of this game.
Did he throw his cell phone out or something? Because he's a professional troller, and I know that, there was some talk about that, so looks like he may have left that cell phone at home again.
I can't imagine anyone trolling on social media. That's something I've never seen before. Hawkins in trouble, able to get back on the dribble. No double dribble, 5 to shoot. Drops it off for Christie. Contested fadeaway halfway down, and it pops up.
Boy, that was a tough look from Christie, but even better defense from Domask.
Here's Domask. Looking to drive baseline. Has to back it out against Garcia.
Garcia's done a good job on Domask. That's the second time he's guarded. It's kept him in front, not giving him an advantage.
5 to shoot. Shannon going to go to work now against Mike Mitchell Jr. Shannon drive, count, and foul. And I'm stealing your bit there back in the day. Sorry about that. It's back in the day with Kugler. But for Brad Underwood and for this Illinois program, that is a model of consistency that very few programs can attain in an era in which there's so much flux.
Great point. And the parity that you're talking about with that flux and the player movement, to have that type of consistency, tip your hat to Brad Underwood and his staff.
Hawkins, the 3 won't go, and the rebound ripped down by Ty Rogers, one of the best rebounding guards in the league. Domask will work against Mitchell, find underneath, and that pass tipped. Rogers somehow able to stay with it to Shannon for 3. The scramble doesn't net points yet, and still alive. What a touch pass, Rogers with the finish.
Wow, Quincy Guerrier with the initial burst on the offensive glass. Tell you what, Illinois got to the bucket on the offensive glass.
The 6-0 run ends on the 3 from Cam Christie.
Cam Christie is a good one. Gophers fans better get used to, better see him play every time because he may not be in Minneapolis long.
Hawkins the push. Here's Christie driving against Hawkins, and a foul on Coleman Hawkins.
And you know what? I could tell when I'm talking to him, he's just having fun out there. And look at the production that's happened most recently. It's going to benefit him the rest of the season and beyond.
I got to imagine scoring 30 against Iowa would have a little fun factor for almost anybody.
Yes.
Certainly Coleman Hawkins enjoying that very much.
Yes, he did. And, you know, the efficiency in which he played. Generally, when you see a player score 30 points, they've shot 15 or 20 times. He didn't have to do that at all. I just love to see how efficient he's been.
Around the screen, Domask on the move, challenging Garcia, and Garcia up to the challenge. We've got a tie up then. It'll stay on this end of the floor.
And hopefully our viewers understand what those markings are.
Shannon wriggles through to get 2.
Yeah, when you look at the back of Parker Fox's shoulders, that's called cupping, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a medical procedure designed to move swelling. And
don't have a freak out over here at the scorer's table or at the broadcast position.
Yeah, we got to look out for each other.
I know, I appreciate that. Here's Dawson Garcia driving on Guerrier. Just could not get it to drop. 2-point lead for the Illini and on the move. Guerrier off the shot fake, driving inside, collides with Fox. No whistle either way, and a 4-point lead for the Illini.
I like that decision, Kevin. He could have taken the 3, but he decided to get to the bucket, kind of sidestepped Fox a little bit, got all the way to the rim.
There's Hawkins around the Fox screen.
Well, you see Terrance Shannon's size bothering Hawkins.
11th in the league, almost 7 boards per game this year. 5 to shoot. Christie with the contested 3, and he splashes it down. The freshman with a couple from long range early, and the Gophers within 1.
And Kevin, he had Marcus Domask all over the side of him. It didn't matter. Didn't even touch the rim.
Double comes the trap of Domask. Needs a little bit of help, and he finds Dane Danger on the baseline. Kick out to Shannon. Look at the ball movement. Domask will launch. Underneath, Danger catches and is fouled. And Danger at the line.
Yeah, they're going to come check something. We'll see.
And Danger, just a 41% foul shooter, 2 for 2 at the line.
Well, I think Dane Danger understands that he's going to start getting more consistent minutes. I think Brad Underwood and his staff know that they were playing their starting 5, maybe too heavy of minutes. So Moretti, Danger, Hansberry will get some time.
Garcia, strong to the rim. He's got 7.
Well, he understands that if there's not a double team coming, he can get to where he wants on the court.
As mentioned, Nicola Moretti on the floor. Also Justin Harmon out there for Illinois. Shannon, 4 points early. Turns the corner and finds Harmon in the corner for 3. Rebound tipped out by Parker Fox. Plays like that he made off the bench on Sunday night in Lincoln.
And they give the team extra possessions. And I don't know if they give him a stat for that, but Ben Johnson and his staff know how valuable he is.
Christie and Garcia, 15 of the 17 Minnesota points. Garcia looking for 3 more, and he matches his jersey number with that 3. He's got 10 now.
And the reason I say uh-oh is because when you see a score get hot early, you might be in for a fun viewing night if you're a Gopher fan.
Here's Shannon trying to find the answer. A collision inside and a blocking foul. 7 of 11 to start and 4 for 5 from 3. If you want to know the recipe to win a game in an upset on the road, is Danger going to work. Gets the bucket. We call it Isaac the bartender from Love Boat.
Boy, you went back on that, Kevin. That was one of my favorite shows. That was good.
It's a reference that everyone under 30 will certainly embrace. Cam Christie. Illinois up 1. Christie, he's feeling it right now. Launching again, got a wide open look. That might have been his best look of the night.
I agree. And, you know, Minnesota playing against the Illinois tendencies on the defensive end, playing drop coverage. They understand if you go into that pick, there'll be an open look coming off that screen.
Danger to work again. Spinning baseline on Payne with the reverse. No, the tip won't go for Harmon, and Minnesota dodged one there. Now Hawkins zigging and zagging up the floor, and the ball tipped out of bounds. Can you do it for 30 more minutes and pull off a huge quad 1 win on the road?
Well, I tell you what, Dawson Garcia has led them beautifully to start this game. He has been aggressive, he's been physical, and they have not backed down one bit, even with Elijah Hawkins struggling a little bit here offensively.
Only one shot for Hawkins, 0 for 1 tonight. Garcia with 10 first half points. Here comes Hawkins around the screen from Payne. The lob to Payne to the alley-oop with a two-hand flush to give the Gophers the lead.
Man, Elijah Hawkins got downhill and Coleman Hawkins was in no man's land. Good execution by the Gophers.
Third assist already for Hawkins, Stephen.
Kevin, they have responded here today. They struggled at Nebraska, but not tonight.
Domask has to back it out to Hawkins. He's going to launch from way downtown. That will not go, and the rebound pulled down by Payne.
We got to look at Pharrell Payne. He came up grimacing a little bit. We know he's had some back issues this season. Got to keep an eye on him.
There's Hawkins probing, finds Garcia open in the corner. That three dies on the side of the iron, and Rogers the rebound. Here's Harmon. Hawkins again. He's been so active early. Going to work against Garcia. The scoop won't go, but the tip is there. They called basket interference, which is why Minnesota has the ball, but the bucket counted. No foul in there. Pharrell Payne got called for the goaltend, as it were. Garcia. Working inside, 10 to shoot. Turns. Payne, big time rebound, trying to keep it alive. He does to Garcia, working around Guerrier. No, but the tip, yes.
I tell you what, they're giving Illinois some of their own medicine. They are scoring at will in the paint. And you get on the glass like that, that's kind of what Illinois does to opponents.
Gophers still at 53% from the floor, 4 of 7 from 3. 9:20 to play in this first half. Hawkins on the drive, floats that one in. He's into double figures with 10. And for Coleman Hawkins, picking right up where he left off, 17 of the last 20 games now in double figures.
I mean, and there's no hesitation. He told Andy Katz before the game or shoot around that he's just hooping right now. You can tell. Everything is coming instinctively.
15 to shoot. Mitchell looking for a little room. Here's Payne, 7 to shoot. Working against Coleman Hawkins. A little bit strong. Garcia's tip won't go.
Great job by Guerrier holding off Garcia that time.
Here's Shannon, accelerates, drives. His shot blocked, but a foul. Payne got the block. Big Ten in the spring sports. And it's felt like spring other than today through much of the Midwest.
That's a good point. 71 in Chicago yesterday in February. I thought something was wrong, but I'll take it. I will take it.
No complaints.
No, none at all.
Hawkins, danger, almost able to get that one away. Mitchell.
Ty Rogers on a great close. Mitchell was going to shoot that. When Ty recovered quickly, he had to give it up.
Hawkins with 5 to shoot. Deep three for Garcia is an air ball. Payne trying to save it. He does to Domask. Illinois on the run. Rogers, the high dribble and a turnover.
He can't be mad by himself.
Doctors will tell you, you can't bottle up that stress. You gotta let it out.
Gotta let it out.
Let everybody know. Hawkins dropping it off underneath for Payne. That foul before the timeout on Terrance Shannon. His first. Garcia on the bench for the moment, getting a breather. See where the Gophers find their scoring. Here's Fox on the drive and a turnover. Payne off the inbound, working against Danger, and a foul.
Oh, that's all ball. That's all ball. Yeah, Brooks is on it. That's a good call.
And you can hear the groan, the agony, as Nuggets have been taken off their plates and moved aside.
And Pharrell Payne loves it. He's egging them on.
Hungry college students saw dinner tomorrow night erased with the make of a free throw.
First time tonight, matchup zone by the Gophers.
And Shannon will shoot over that zone and hit the three.
Great ball movement that time. Little breakdown on the wing. It looked like Cam Christie got lost a little bit. And Terrance Shannon had a nice open look.
The students rather subdued with that cheer for the Shannon three. Still mourning the loss of those Nuggets. Payne inside, just pulls his way to the basket. 2 more for Pharrell Payne and the Gophers, who are within 2.
Great footwork by Pharrell Payne. I know that the fans thought he traveled, but that was not a travel. It was a heck of a move.
There's Hawkins. And count it with the foul, sending him to the...
They've got some spurt ability. Number 14, Ken Palm, offensive efficiency. So Minnesota got to be careful here.
Garcia, Christie, and Payne have all 27 of the Gophers' points. Amani Hansberry, the freshman, on the floor for the first time for Illinois. Underhanded toss to Garcia. Payne with the offensive rebound. Out to Christie for 3. What a bucket in the scramble situation. It's a 2-point game.
And I think they heard you, Kevin, in terms of the importance of getting a quality look that possession. They certainly got one.
Now Illinois back to work. Rogers to the rim. Count the 2.
I love when Ty Rogers knows that he's got the advantage in a matchup. He doesn't waste any time. Goes right to the rim.
Now 20 points in the paint for Illinois. 4-point lead for the home team. Garcia working against Shannon. Fades away. And the rebound to Hawkins.
Now, isn't this interesting? Dawson Garcia let Shannon off the hook. He was taking Coleman Hawkins to the hole every time into tournament conversation.
And to that point, there was legitimate concern with the tournament being in Minnesota. Would we have great fan support? And with Minnesota playing well, the Gopher community is really anticipating they're going to have a great crowd for when they play on Thursday. Question will be it early or late, but they could have an advantage with the home, de facto home crowd.
Yeah, we assume Thursday, but this is a team, if they take that path that you said and somehow win 4 straight, they get into that conversation maybe to not play until Friday. I know we're talking a lot of ifs, ands, and buts, but that's what we do at this time of year.
That's right. And the possibilities are certainly there.
Hawkins able to find that loose ball. 13 to shoot. Needs a little help. Here's Shannon. The 3 over Mitchell. Splashes home.
Mike Mitchell Jr. All you can do is try to keep him in front and close out on the shot because you don't want to give up the dribble drive. Terrance Shannon, like Coleman Hawkins, playing with great pace.
11 for Shannon in this first half. Payne working against the freshman. Hansberry. Christie on the drive, challenged by Hansberry, who commits the foul.
Right, who they just lost to last game. So
this is just the start of the building process that Ben Johnson undertook now in his 3rd season, and he's got this program going in the right direction.
And the chemistry that they've developed in such a short amount of time with Elijah Hawkins, Mike Mitchell Jr., these guys seem like they've been playing together for years.
In the corner, wide open look. Luke Goody can't cash that one in. Here's Mitchell in transition, the 3, gives the Gophers the lead.
Boy, what a response by Minnesota. That juncture, Kevin, that you talked about was critical. They have responded ever since.
7 of 11 from 3 in this first half. Domask, quiet, scoreless so far. On a foul, he'll go to the line to look for his first points. For Brad Underwood and for this Illinois team as he hits the first free against Big Ten foes.
Yeah, and that's letting you know that he's gotten comfortable. He understands what's being asked of him, which is a lot. Primarily ball handler, number 2 scorer, defender, rebound. He's a good rebounder from the guard position. So he's doing a lot for this Illini team.
How about this first half, Stephen? 12 lead changes in the first half alone tonight.
Illinois knew that this Minnesota team was going to come in with some pride and effort.
Garcia muscles his way against Goody. And how about the 13th lead change of the first half?
And Garcia's smiling coming up the court. He doesn't show a lot of facial expression, so that's why I was like, uh-oh, we got a score that got high. This is fun. It's fun for me anyway.
14 points for Garcia. Domask will jump it over to Rogers. Here's Goody. Another good look, and this one will fall for Goody.
Ty Rogers in that roll action is so good. He can catch, he can finish. He looks opposite, a willing passer. Found his teammate.
It's his 49th made 3 of the year. Came in tied for the team, ladies. Now one behind Terrance Shannon. Mitchell trying to answer, and he does. Quick release for Mike Mitchell Jr. I mean, this is a historically good Illinois offense.
I agree.
Coming up at the half, we'll send it back to Dave Revson, Rayfeld Davis, Bruce Weber, our Chicago studios with the State Farm halftime report.
You know, me and Rayfeld Davis had a spirited conversation on Twitter.
You did.
About the Big Ten Defensive Player, all first team of Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. He likes Ace Baldwin. I like Coleman Hawkins. And just go to X or Twitter, whatever they call it, and you'll see our spirited conversation. People thought we didn't like each other after that. Rayfeld's my man. I love him. Teammate.
Garcia baseline spin. Christie on the drive.
Good no call. Oh, that should have been a no call. Didn't that look awkward, Kevin?
Second free throw won't go, and Illinois maintains the 1-point lead.
Horns action here by the Illini. Nice switch. That time by Dawson Garcia.
Shannon against Garcia from the elbow. Terrance Shannon, 13.
Great decision. He wanted to get all the way to the rim. Garcia backed up. So he said, well, let me just take this little 15-footer.
Yeah, he's got everything in his repertoire from an offensive standpoint.
Yes, he does.
Here's Christie showing off his repertoire. A little strong, long rebound, though, to Mitchell. Mitchell thought about that three for a second.
Minnesota's getting anything they want offensively.
There's Mitchell probing, floater, rolls
tough.
home.
That's tough. There's really not a lot of defense for that. Once you get inside that first layer of defense, if you got that runner as a guard, that's awfully difficult to stop.
Rogers, and the finish for Deja. And a timeout used by Illinois. 7.6 rebounds in the first half for Payne, but in a little pain right now. 9 to shoot. Garcia on the drive. Deja got a swap. Ben Johnson thought it was a goaltend. No whistle. And now Illinois will put the brakes on. They can hold for the final shot. State Farm halftime coming up.
I'd let Ty Rogers back down Mike Mitchell Jr. if I'm the Illini. Okay, so Domask is going to do it then.
Domask working against Mitchell. That won't go. Rebound kicked around. Christie trying to scramble for it. The half-court heave is short. And halftime arrives with Illinois up 3. Very clean basketball.
Very clean. And I'm sure if you ask both coaches, not a whole lot of defense being played.
Neither team is led by more than 5 points in this ball game. See what happens as the second half gets underway with Hawkins trying the three. Offensive rebound underneath by Guerrier. Gets his own miss back and puts it in.
Good job of Guerrier following the flight of that basketball. And Cam Christie was assigned to keep him off the glass. That wasn't going to happen.
Hawkins looking to work. Pharrell Payne backing down against Coleman Hawkins. The handoff back to Elijah Hawkins, and he floats that one over the rim. His first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, well, you know, I've been waiting to call out the Hoochie Coochie man from the DMV. Elijah Hawkins finally getting on the board offensively.
You mentioned that to him today at shoot-around. He almost fell off his chair over there.
Yeah, that's a Chuck Brown go-go reference, music reference at DC.
Oh, he got it. He knew exactly what you were talking about, and he was bent over laughing.
That's the fun part. One of the fun parts of this job, getting to know these student athletes the way we do.
Hawkins in the open floor after the Minnesota turnover, and what a challenge by Dawson Garcia.
Great block by Garcia. He just waited for Coleman to step through. Coleman thought he was clear, and he wasn't. Garcia really balling here this evening, both ends.
Hawkins thought about stepping into that one. Then he looked up and saw the other Hawkins, who is about a foot taller than him.
Wise man.
Lob underneath, tough one to handle down low. Guerrier throws it back into play. Numbers for the Gophers, and it turns into 2 for Garcia.
Young players, when that situation happens and you're Quincy Guerrier saving the ball, throw it back towards your basket. Do not throw it underneath your opponent's bucket.
What a skip. Guerrier, the open 3. That won't go. The rebound out of bounds, off the hands.
If they continue to do that, he thinks they can get a great chance to win this game.
Quad 1 win it would be for the Gophers as Hawkins with the step back 2. He knew that was good. He started running up the floor as he brought the Gophers to within 1.
See, that's what happens when good players get a layup or an easy bucket to go. That basket looks a lot bigger the next time they get the rock. Hawkins taking some of the scoring pressure off of his teammates here in the second half.
Shannon fortunate to hang on to that basketball. Almost lost it. Now he'll go to work against Garcia. Bobbing and weaving, and a foul on Dawson Garcia. His first. That's why Illinois is 17-3 this year when they have a halftime lead. Doesn't feel like ease is going to be part of this one in the second half today.
No, I think Minnesota understands where they are. You don't have to tell the players where they rank, what people are saying nationally. They understand, and they know how important this game is. They had an opportunity at Pinnacle Bank Arena last game in Nebraska, did not have a good outing. They have righted the ship here so far.
A good response from that disappointment on Sunday in Lincoln for Minnesota. Garcia in the post against Guerrier, and Guerrier goes down, and Garcia gets 2 more.
I'll tell you what, you got to be a strong man to knock Quincy Guerrier down like that. I mean, Dawson Garcia flex.
18 for Garcia, and Rogers headed to the free throw line. Western earlier tonight on the road in Maryland. Big, big win.
Without Ryan Langborg, who is out with an injured ankle, and Nick Martinelli having a coming out party.
And Mike Mitchell Jr. with the 3. He's into double figures now, and the Gophers on top on the road.
This might be one of those games, Kevin, where the Illini are just going to have to outscore Minnesota because defensively, there's too many breakdowns right now.
Shannon, how about lead change number 16 in this ball game?
Yeah, if there's one positive for the Illini now, they can score with anybody in the country. They can go mano-a-mano on the offensive end.
They've scored at least 80 points in 7 straight games, and they are well on their way to an 8th straight in this one. 4 minutes gone, 1-point game in Champaign. Garcia working against Guerrier. Turns baseline. Trouble comes. The hook short. Rebound into the hands of Domask.
Coleman Hawkins went over and provided help and then kept the ball out of Payne's hands. That's great defense.
And a transition 3, the result on the other end for Guerrier. 4-point lead for the Illini.
And that's a great sign for the Illini to get Guerrier involved on the offensive end. He's been doing a good job defensively, but you want him confident as well on the offensive side.
Hawkins, step back 3. You bet.
Ooh. The 3-point line has been good. 9 of 14 tonight by the Gophers.
How do you pull an upset on the road? You hit a lot of 3s.
Good call. And you get your leading scorer to go off. And Minnesota's had both so far.
Shannon trying to answer. Rebound tipped into the hands of Christie. 17 in the first half for Christie. On the move to the other end. Looking for his first 2. But Payne there to flush home the miss. Hawkins.
Great look. Hawkins coming on the backside. I don't know how you lose a 6'10 opponent, but that's what happened. Nullify a heck of a tip dunk by Payne, and Coleman goes down and gets his own.
There's Elijah Hawkins. Inside to Payne. Trying to work against Coleman Hawkins. Double comes and a foul. Guerrier.
Nebraska really cut Minnesota's water off.
Garcia. Ranked opponents from Minnesota. Last time they won a game on the road against a ranked foe was 2019 against the Badgers.
Yeah, so that's quite a while. And that taste in Ben Johnson's mouth, is that excitement that he's feeling right now, because his guys have played up until this point, put themselves in great position on the road. What can the Illini do to respond?
They can launch one with Coleman Hawkins. That 3 won't go. The rebound tipped into the hands.
I mean, you know, last year sometimes he'd get in trouble because he'd overthink the game. Not right now.
Here's Shannon. Gets to the baseline. He gets two.
Well, that's tough. I mean, because he's used to turning the corner. Payne didn't allow that. That fadeaway on the baseline, that's a tough jump.
Lead change number 20 in this game tonight. There's Mitchell. He's been seeking a shot of late, and he turns this one over instead. Shannon on the run, bumped by Hawkins, and the ball out of bounds.
You know, I was talking to Elijah Hawkins. He transferred from Howard. He says, look, I played at DeMatha. I played with all sorts of elite players. Was never afraid.
Most stats, most assists per game in a single season. Closing in on the total assist record in a single season set by Marcus Carr a few years back.
Numbers dictate that generally guys his size, they got to have a chip on their shoulder to be successful. And he was successful before he stepped foot on campus in Minnesota.
Mitchell on the baseline. That jumper won't fall. Shannon looking up the floor. Zips that pass over to Coleman Hawkins. Back out it goes. Domask for three. Marcus Domask with a big bucket. Only 27% from behind the arc this year.
Yeah, and it's surprising because he's a pretty good shooter, but just had consistency from long range, and now State Farm Center trying to come alive a little bit.
Hawkins to Payne, and that'll quiet this crowd.
Terrance Shannon thought Hawkins got away with a double dribble there. He's quite demonstrative. Guy usually doesn't show a lot of emotion there. But I'm just been impressed with the Gophers. Every time Illini trying to pull away, they've got an answer.
Shannon has had an answer all night long. Three from Shannon, 23 tonight.
Boy, Mike Mitchell Jr. and Terrance Shannon. That was a nasty little exchange.
And Payne.
A really competitive game there. So this Illini team is battle-tested, they're older, and they're really starting to find their groove.
Here's Shannon, open three. Rebound by Fox, and that'll be a foul.
Desperate Wisconsin team. You're talking about Purdue, obviously. And then you've got an Iowa team who's playing really well and now is in the conversation for an at-large bid.
And lest we forget, and I know you don't forget this, as Garcia gets two more. That's an underrated rivalry in this league,
Oh,
Iowa-Illinois.
Yes, yes. I could give personal anecdotes.
Yes, you could.
Oh, nice move.
Domask, very aggressive and strong to get to the rim. He's got 11.
Okay, now our whiz of a statistician, Mike Rodolphe, gave me the assist of the game. Cam Christie, I should say, not his brother Max, but Cam Christie, 17 points off 4-7 from three in the first half.
Not anymore.
That was his first bucket in the second half, right there.
And he was not being defended by the guy who's been defending him in this second half. They switched Harmon onto him. He's been covered by Shannon in the second half.
That's right.
Marcus Domask going to work against Christie. He kind of let up with those three fouls.
Yeah, and Domask being high IQ, knowing that, I believe the Illini will probably start to pick on Christie. Whoever he's guarding, they're going to try to go at him.
And harassed right now by Harmon is Christie, so Hawkins to work against Shannon. Here's Christie, curling around, looking for the jumper. It won't go, and Shannon, rebound number 5 on the night. Illinois looking for their largest lead. Shannon in transition, end-to-end, the scoop won't go. There's Danger with the rebound and the slam.
Well, that's powerful right there. Yeah, this is impressive. When you start comparing and having similar numbers to teams like that, you know you're doing something special. It's a Illini team, offensively, a juggernaut. Defensively, 11 of 15 in the second half by Minnesota.
11 of 15 shooting.
That's crazy.
From the floor for the Gophers. 3 of 4 from 3 in the second half. Domask working inside against Carrington, and we've seen Marcus Domask start to get his rhythm.
And I think it's timely because now he's got the matchup he likes. He's getting downhill, and he's just so big and strong. When he gets in that paint area, it's tough to stop.
Here's Elijah Hawkins working against Shannon around a Payne screen. Garcia and Guerrier are battling down low. Here's Payne, bumped by Danger once, couple of times, muscling it against Danger. No whistle. Ball tipped out to Shannon. On the run. Illinois by 6, loping end to end to the rim. No, but a foul, and Shannon headed to the line.
You know what? He could have a camera on him, just so a Shannon camera. Watch how fast he gets up the floor. He's navigating. He's looking. They've got multiple bodies. He left Mike Mitchell standing still. This guy is so crafty at getting to the rim.
Terrance Shannon Jr. at the line. Shooting
Tonight
2.
with his 23 points, he's gone over 1,000 points in an Illinois uniform. He's done it in 2 years in an Illinois uniform.
Impressive. I mean, very impressive.
It just does not happen very often.
No, and one of the best in the country getting to the line, one of the best in fast break opportunities. He's become one of the better on-ball defenders in this conference.
And he's got 25 tonight. And Illinois extends their streak. This is the 8th straight game with 80 points or more. Some team in 1989, they called them the Flying Illini, had 12 straight of 80 points. Payne, tough catch. Ooh, tougher finish. Ooh. He hammered that home.
Oh man, I didn't know that he was going to get that when Hawkins threw it. Payne hadn't left his feet. Still corralled it, and boy, he threw that thing hard.
Oh, an intercept. Mike Mitchell Jr. baited that pass. Hawkins drops it behind for Mitchell.
I go back to Pharrell Payne. Let the big fella eat a little bit.
Looking over to his head coach, Ben Johnson, directing traffic over on the sideline. Shot clock winding to 10. Here's Payne.
Good defense by Dane Danger.
Hawkins at the foul line. Can't get the roll, but look who gets the rebound. The smallest player on the floor finds Mitchell for 3, and the scramble. Second chance puts 3 on the board.
Every time the Illini are threatening to get away from Minnesota, they make a play like that. Excellent hustle and great teamwork. Elijah Hawkins getting a critical offensive rebound.
Guerrier, the answer is there.
I tell you, it looks like whoever's going to have the ball last may win this game. The way this offense is on both sides are executed.
We came to a college basketball game and an NBA game broke out.
Tell you what, both teams are just shy of 60% from the field for the game.
Here's Garcia turning into the paint with a left hand, and he got the kind roll. How about 26 for Dawson Garcia?
And just getting to his spot, Kevin, getting over that right shoulder in the paint. Guerrier played him for it, but Garcia so strong, didn't matter.
That's the 8th 20-point game in conference play alone for Dawson Garcia.
He's getting it done.
Harmon inside for 2.
Listen, Harmon is an elite cutter off the basketball. Got to that dunker spot. Nice execution by the Illini.
Will we see 10 combined stops between these two teams before the end of this game? I'll go no.
Yeah, I'm going with you on that.
Hawkins needed a little help and a timeout used by the Gophers.
The game itself, but in particular with the Big Ten.
8 to shoot for the Gophers. Mitchell driving on Harmon. Scoops it up, won't go, and we've got a whistle and a foul going the other way.
Kevin, if I put ice skates on, I'd be 6'9".
Mm-hmm.
They give you at least 3 inches, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So I wouldn't be very good at them. 6'9" hockey players, I don't see a lot of them.
If you were shorter, would you be good at it?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Very good, Kevin. That's good. Because me and ice don't get along.
I was going to say.
Tell you what, 2 places I like my ice, on my knees and in my drink.
Garcia driving on Hawkins. Can't get that one to go. And the rebound out to Domask. Illinois with its largest lead. Looking for its first double-digit lead of the night. Domask. Jump stop in the paint. Turns. Muscles it up. Count it. And the foul. All year for this Illinois team. Free throw good. 7-0 run for Illinois. An 11-point lead. The largest lead and the largest run for either team.
So you got to go to Dawson Garcia if you're Minnesota here. Harmon has done an excellent job on Christie in the second half.
Well, he's wearing him out. 10 to shoot. Garcia against Hawkins. To the foul line. Tough jumper, won't go. Rebound Christie, and it's taken away. Hawkins almost had it picked away in a foul. Domask, offensive rebound. And he'll dribble it out of trouble.
And he's probably going to go at Christie.
Here he goes to work against Christie. Driving with the left hand. Everything but the bucket. Rebound tipped around. Danger keeps it alive.
Oh, Dane Danger's had some positive minutes for their line. And look at this crowd. They love it.
9 points for Danger tonight, the most he's had in a Big Ten game this year. Domask. Somehow he found Hawkins. Short on that shot, and a rebound out to Carrington.
Good challenge by Payne that time in the paint.
Gophers have missed their last 3 attempts. Only the second time tonight they've had a streak like that.
Well, Harmon's on-ball defense here in the second half has been a revelation for the Illini on this end of the floor.
And then Garcia, he has been in rhythm since the start here in Champaign. Free throw won't go, though, and Danger secures his 5th rebound.
We've got a set play here. Okay, now Dawson Garcia is guarding Marcus Domask.
And Domask has to back it out.
Tell you what, big fella showing some nice footwork there defensively, Garcia.
Danger.
Oh,
it's Danger.
Oh, my goodness.
11 for Danger.
And Pharrell Payne throws his hands up like, what am I supposed to do with that? Well, the emergence of Danger couldn't be at a better time for the Illini.
Hawkins fouled by Shannon. Second on Shannon. Illinois shooting now for the game 60% from the floor. Minnesota shooting 57% from the floor, but 65% from 3 tonight. 11 of 17 from three-point land for the Gophers.
Yeah, they've been red hot from long range, and you know they've done a good job of finding their shooters. I mean, Christie's been kind of shut down here in the second half, but Mitchell's had his looks from long range here in the second stanza.
Hawkins 1 for 2 on that trip to the line.
Joshua Ola-Joseph, who is a very talented forward, just not able to get on the floor right now because the guys in front of him are playing so well.
Justin Harmon. He's got 4.
Justin Harmon's a dog. Just tough. Gets after him. Gets downhill. Physical body. He's really bothered Christie here in the second half.
For the second straight game, Stephen, the bench has really provided a huge lift for the Illini. No Nuggets again. 2 times tonight, they've had an opportunity for free chicken nuggets.
And the Gophers not going for it.
They tantalize these students, holding that nugget right in front of them, and then they yank it away.
I tell you what, they flash it up on the screen, just make you hungry looking at it.
It's one of my favorite promotions.
It's great
in college basketball.
It's really good.
I mean, there's nothing. If it's free, it's me, and especially if it's a college student.
That's right.
Foul on the floor, no shot at the line for Shannon.
Because he can get downhill against almost anybody.
Highest scoring average in Illinois is 21.6 points per game since Nick Witherspoon averaged 25 points per game in 1973.
It's getting it done. And I mean, I've played with a couple guys that could put the ball in the hole, and they haven't done it at the clip that Terrance Shannon has.
Christie with the 3 and a career-high 23 for Cam Christie.
I mean, and he's hitting some tough shots, Kevin. I mean, Harmon was right there. And that young man has got the ultimate green light as a freshman.
Sign me up for Cam Christie stock, because it's on the rise.
Yes,
right
it
now,
is.
in a big way. Shannon with 2 minutes to go, a little strong off the heel, and Garcia with the rebound. Hawkins, the lob to Payne. catches and throws it down. This late in the game to be able to spring up like that, flat-footed?
Yep. Yeah, that's called youth. That's what that's called. Youth and strength. And a good decision there by Payne, because I think he didn't want to go for the tip dunk. So he brought it down, gathered himself, and went up with some force.
Time becoming a factor, though, for a Gopher comeback. Under 90 seconds to go. Domask working against Garcia. Initiates some contact and gets the foul on Dawson Garcia, which is his third. 2 free throws coming for Illinois. For Marcus Domask.
A.J. Store's got to be in the mix somewhere in terms of all Big Ten performers. I mean, he has had a heck of a season for the Badgers.
And Hawkins knifing inside to get 2. And he's into double figures now. That's 5. All 5 starters into double figures for the Gophers again tonight.
And the Gophers have 6 players that average 8 points or better, so they're used to sharing the sugar, doing it here on the road, but it may not be enough.
Domask working against Garcia. Domask has been so active in this second half. 22 for Domask.
Well, he is determined to score over Garcia.
Mitchell with the 3, count the bucket, and a foul on Domask. And the Gophers not going to go away.
Why Marcus Domask is that close and trying to challenge that shot is beyond me at this point in the game.
I believe it's also beyond the head coach of the Fighting Illini in Brad Underwood, based on the reaction on that bench.
Well, you know, they've got recent memory now.
Yes.
That Penn State collapse is still fresh in their minds.
No doubt.
Pretty good. You know, you're talking about a guy that loves defense, but I'd like to see the ball go through the hole as well.
195 is the total here, so 205, 195. It's still the most combined points. We may get to 205. It's going to take a little work. Our graphics department shuts down at 10, and that's when the math, Central Time, that's when the math stops, as Shannon drives inside and lays it in.
I can guarantee you one thing, Illinois is not going to foul on 3 again.
Isaiah Enan right off the bench, and Enan with the 3.
It'll make things interesting.
Gophers trying to foul, haven't yet, and now they get rid of it down the floor, and Harmon with a 2-hand flush to put the cherry on top of Illinois' 21st win. Kick ball with 12.6 seconds to go and an 8-point lead.
Yeah, and you know what? The Minnesota Gophers have nothing to hang their head about. They came out, they took punches, they threw punches. Dawson Garcia was outstanding, so was Cam Christie. Mike Mitchell had a quiet 17, but this is a different offensive animal in the Illini.
And it will not go. Rebound secured by Hawkins. Long pass ahead to Domask. He'll dribble it out, and Illinois is going to survive a scare from the Golden Gophers of Minnesota. 105-97 the final.